For a 6.2 video lesson, you will need something to write with, a calculator, and Chapter 6 notes. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. The lesson objective for 6.2 is to calculate the total purchase price. Two vocabulary words would be the sales receipt, which is a proof of purchase. You know, if you want to return something, you need to have proof that you purchased something. And it will have on there the total selling price. It'll list all the items and the sales tax. So the total purchase price is just the total selling price plus the sales tax. Here is the formula for sales tax. So on your notes, it says, what is the formula for finding the total price? You need to write both of these down. First, you're going to take the total selling price. So sometimes you have to find that first. You're going to times the sales tax. That's what we did in 6.1. And then for this lesson, you're going to find the total purchase price by taking that total selling price, which is right here, and adding the sales tax to it. Okay, so we're adding another step for 6.2. Please pause the video and make sure you have both of these on your sheet. Okay, here is an example of a receipt. Mike Krause owns a tree trimming company. He purchases the items listed on the sales receipt. Mike checks the information on the receipt. The sales tax rate is 5%. What is the total purchase price? So you can see he kind of followed these three steps. First, you find the total selling price. Then you find the sales tax, and then you add those two together. So I know you might not have a lot of room on your sheet, but if you would like to pause and write down these three steps, that might help you be able to complete the problems on the practice. Okay, so let's use those three steps and do this problem. So pause the video, work the problem, and when you get done, watch and see if you did it correctly. Wesley Novak bought two two-way radios for $59.99 each, two surge protectors at $19.99 each, a wireless printer router for $79.98, and 3 color ink cartridges at $34.99. What was the total purchase price if he lives in West Virginia, where the sales tax is 6%? So if I go back, I want to find the total selling price. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to take 2 times, and these are things that you should be writing down when you're completing these problems. It is really helpful. So 2 times $59.99, and that's going to get me $119.98. Then I need to take, so that's this right here. Then 2 surge protectors, so 2 times $19.99, and that's going to get me $39.98. So I'm going to cross that off. A wireless printer, so I do 1 times $79.98. Have too many decimals there. So that's just $79.98. And 3 color ink cartridges at $34.99 each, which would get me $104.97. Now, why are we writing these out? Because A, if you're taking the test and I see, oh, you did this part, but you did the next part right, you get partial points. And B, sometimes you need to double check your work. So it's good to write it down. If I add all of these up, so the next thing I do is I find the sales tax. Well, first, the total purchase price, if I add all these up, is $344.91. Then my step 2 is I find the sales tax. So I'm going to take that $344.91 times 0.06, okay, and I get $20.69. Now I think it comes out $69.46, but since it's a 4, we're not going to round up. We're going to keep it the same. And then the third step is you add those two together. So I'm going to take $34.91 times, mistake, Dahlstrom made a mistake, plus 2069. Okay, so you're adding these in the end, and you should get 365.60. So if you got this as your answer, good job. Okay, if not, go back. Please show your work when you're working on the practice, or and for sure on the mastery check, because you can get partial points. That is all for today. You can go ahead and go to the practice for 6.2.